This weather discussion video for Tuesday, the 12th of June. I'm Donovan Neal. Different day, but it feels like an old forecast with consistent weather for this time of the year. Mostly hot and breezy days with a chance of an isolated storm or two and fair nights. But we do have something to watch in the radar late this morning. So let's take a look at the upper air look across the nation this morning. Not much going on in the deep south. Main storm track up north, where the mid-latitude westerlies are, mostly over Canada. And down here we have broad ridging, but this is the radar early this morning, late this morning. Not much going on in North Texas, but we are watching a complex of showers and thunderstorms near Oklahoma, located in central Oklahoma, that could expand westward and progress down to the south near North Texas. But the question is, could this stay together? And that's what we're watching. So just keep an eye out on the radar as we progress through the day. Temperatures late this morning are in the mid to upper 80s, and again we'll be in the mid to upper 90s later this afternoon. Take a look across the watch warning map. We continue to have some flood issues in parts of the Midwest. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. Severe weather issues. We have that standard slight risk in northern Oklahoma near the Texas-Oklahoma panhandles, and in southern Kansas and Colorado. And down here, that marginal risk does clip into places like Carrollton, Plano, Denton, and parts of the northern 2/3 of North Texas. But for the rest of us, we're in the green, which means we could see some isolated showers and thunderstorms later today, but no organized severe weather is expected. Tomorrow, risk for severe weather for the northeast. And on day 3, a risk for severe weather for the northern high plains, where they are in their peak severe weather season in that area. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, valid through Tuesday of next week. Most of the heavier totals are centered around Houston and Galveston, in association with that new plume of tropical moisture later this weekend into the early parts of next week. But the Weather Prediction Center still insists that we see only around 100th of an inch or 0.2 inches of rain for much of North Texas. And again, we'll just have to see if those numbers increase as we progress through the week. But if we go into the Atlantic, we do have a large area of disorganized showers and storms located over the western Caribbean Sea, associated with the low pressure, and the NHT gives this a 20% chance of developing within the next 5 days. This will more than likely not develop into a tropical storm or a tropical depression, but it will bring some beneficial tropical moisture, which will mean some heavier rain for much of Texas, near Houston, Galveston, and of course central and northern Texas. And we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. But if we go out into the eastern Pacific, we have Hurricane Bud on the board, which has now intensified to a Category 3 major hurricane with maximum sustained winds as of 125 miles an hour. This is expected to weaken back to a Category 2 later today, and it's expected to make landfall near Cuba, near the California territory areas between Thursday and Friday morning. And of course, as that progresses to the north, that could mean some beneficial rains and some tropical moisture in Arizona, New Mexico, and the southwestern part of the United States, even into Texas as well. So we'll have to see how this system plays out. So let's go into the model output. This is the GFS. This is the 060. This is a 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Broad ridging here. Down here, we remain pretty quiet, though we could see an isolated storm or two tomorrow. Mostly sunny, highs in the mid to upper 90s. And not much changing for the rest of the work week. So same consistent weather on Thursday. Same thing on Friday. We pretty much stay dry, highs in the mid-90s. Maybe a chance of an isolated storm or two during the afternoon and evening hours. Saturday, the weather really doesn't change much. We will continue to forecast more sun than clouds, highs in the mid 90s, lows in the mid 70s. And same thing on Sunday. That tropical moisture does continue to progress northward towards our area, and we'll begin to mention the chance of isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms by Sunday. Highs should be in the low to mid 90s due to that rain-cooled air. And this is Monday of next week. That moisture does continue to infiltrate our area, and we'll continue to and we'll introduce the chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms through Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday. Highs will be in the low 90s. Some places may even actually reach the upper 80s for highs. And we'll say the best chance of one spot getting wet during the early part of next week will be in the 40 to 50 percentile. And here's a week from today, Wednesday, the 20th of June. We continue to have broad ridging here, and down here we'll continue to mention the chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs will be in the low 90s. Let's go out 10 days. This is Friday the 22nd. We have kind of a pattern shift here. We have troughing out in the Great Lakes and in our northern states, and that would verify that would push a cold front through eastern parts of the United States, and the westward extent of that could reach our area if it were to hold together. But this is 10 days out, and a lot of things can change. Well, let's take a look at the European total precipitation forecast through the 22nd through the 22nd of June, and it's calling for around 1 to 2, maybe even 3 inches of rain for parts of North Texas, but heavier totals will remain in the coastal states near Houston and Galveston, where they could definitely see some areas around 2 to 4 inches of rain. But we'll just have to wait and see how this tropical moisture thing plays out. This is the numbers for the next 15 days, calming off the European ensemble. Clearly depicts that we have fairly consistent weather through the rest of this work week. Highs in the mid 90s, but through the early parts of next week, with that tropical moisture, we cool down to low 90s, and then after that, we remain fairly consistent through late June. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I'll morning to the blog. Next video here should be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.